Welcome to today's video. We're covering stocks that I'm watching from October 18th through October 22nd. Now, if you guys haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing. It's free. You get a lot of value. Last week, we did the same video covering 4 stocks: Coinbase, AMC, AMD, and CrowdStrike Gaming. Now, those calls did 43% in gains. So if you want to catch up our new plays, make sure to stay to the end of the video. We're covering 3 plays and plus a bonus play that I think could possibly short squeeze. Bitcoin has also been ripping to the upside, currently sitting at 61,000. Now, I do Bitcoin analysis and crypto analysis every single Monday. I also do lessons on Wednesday and then stocks I'm watching on Fridays and Saturdays. So make sure to subscribe, stay up to date, and let's get right to the charts. First, let's actually cover the overall market. Broke out of this falling wedge, and we are now saw an inverse head and shoulders pattern with the breakout of this downtrend with decreasing volume. I mean, we're continuing to push up with decreasing volume, gapping up and up and up. I think this might be a bull trap for the SPY, honestly, just because when you have a trend, you want to have increasing volume to move higher. That shows us that the volume is validating the price action, and when that happens, then it's okay. But when it's not, when we have a decreasing volume with price action that's moving up, we know that it's not validating it. Now let's jump back to SQ. What I'm seeing is a downtrend on the play, and if you want to learn how to trade downtrends, I just made a video about it last week, so I'll plug that in at the end of the video so you guys can watch it. But we have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. It looks like we're coming on the 4th touch. We have decreasing volume, but it's just not really moving, kind of gapping up, coming down. I just don't like the price action. Since we have decreasing volume and we are pushing up, I do expect a pullback to fill this gap. We have the 9 EMA and 20 EMA as dynamic support, so I am looking to enter SQ at around 241 to 242, 243 for the move higher. Again, I would be risking below this low and below these candles and these moving averages for dynamic support. And if you can get in right in the middle of this, you're risking around 3.4%. First target is 4.8%. And then we have another target that's 10% away for SQ. Now, when we have 3 touches on the downtrend, usually on the 4th touch, if we make a higher low, maybe come down, fill the gap, bounce off the EMAs, we have an 80% chance of breaking to the upside. And as we break, you can move our stop to break even. And that's the plan that we are going to take with SQ. Now, it's up to you if you want to take shares or calls. I personally am probably just going to do shares. I'm not a huge fan of calls or options or whatever, just because you can lose money so quick in the market. And if you don't have a good strategy with options, I would stick with options and with shares, excuse me. The next stock on our watch list is going to be DraftKings. We've pulled back into this support zone 3 times. Now we have an increase in volume, really high volume. We've closed really close to the low of today. Now I do think on Monday, when we do open up, we might crack this. Now I want to see us pull back below it, come back, find some healthy resistance before continuing lower. Now, if we go ahead and jump to our flexible grid, we can see that this price target is at 47.54. So if we break 47.54 and find resistance on that level, then I think we can come down a lot more, maybe down to 45 and then potentially 42. You're risking around 2% for the potential to gain 5 and then 11% for DraftKings. Now, again, these are just first price targets. You're going to scale out of your position because it might come down and then continue to reverse. Again, that's when you move your stop and continue to move it below the highs. The third stock that we were watching is Zoom. Now, we are having a decreasing volume pullback, potentially bull flag. We might be squeezing between the 9 EMAs. We had a pop up and got rejected. Now we have a nice downtrend on the play. I do want to see a pullback down into this area of support around 261, maybe even 2 or 62. I'm going to move this up just a little bit because I definitely want to find some nice support off there before we continue to break. And if we have an increasing volume on the move higher, we had nice increasing volume here, decreasing volume pullback. That's what we want to see. It's a nice continuation move, might be an ABC pattern. With the break of the downtrend, we run back up to 274 and then 288 potentially. Oh, maybe not. That might not happen next week, but I do think we will continue to see this pop the downtrend. Again, if you can get in at a good area, you're risking around 2.7% below this low, below these highs. You have room back up to 4% and then room for 9 to 10%. Again, if you like this play a little bit more, I think you should come down. Your stops are going to have to be down at 230. $49.50 below these lows. The honorable mention on this list is PROG. We were absolutely ripping out of this downtrend and absolutely exploded. We pumped up 65%. That's crazy. 65%. And I think we could easily see this back up to $3-4 in the next coming months, not weeks. We did break out of this falling wedge, which is an 80-20% chance of breaking to the upside. We now have a bullish pennant. So I think we could easily see this break 3. We don't have much resistance. It's around $3.50 and then $4. Also, FINV, the short float for PORG is 51%. So could this be the next short squeeze stock? It possibly could be, but I've seen some mixed numbers on the short float. I've seen 10%, I've seen 20%. So I really don't believe this 51% short float interest. I do think it's around 20%. So take that with a grain of salt. And our float is around 21 million. So it is a low float play and could absolutely rip to the upside. Thank you so much for the support. If you guys found value from this video, consider subscribing. Again, it's free. You get a lot of content. I post 3 times a week. You guys will absolutely love it. We can grow this channel together on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Hope to see you in another video. Thank you guys so much. Peace.